Hello, welcome back.
Welcome back. Not in sync.
We're always not in sync, what? Except that one time. Okay. I mean, we've heard from people on the streets, we've heard from our guests. Maybe we should take a look at what some people are saying on the internet. It's actually very hard to find stuff on the budget on the internet. I'm looking at the wrong places, but I found a couple, so maybe we have a look at the first one. Yes, this one. So this one was from, where is it from? Sammy Boy Forums. This guy's name is Litaba. Anyway, he said many shopkeepers are whining these days. All their profits made are mostly zapped off by rentals. If they don't mark up, they face headache to make ends meet. If they mark up, business dwindles. Peasants would avoid spending at their shop. And he goes on to say that times are bad. Government should resort to real and practical remedial action. Rental reduction seem to be a very good way to start. Agree?
Yeah. I think that rental, already the tax rebate would definitely help. Yeah.
That guy's quite funny. At first I thought he was going to slam the government. Then actually it's a very good way.
I guess maybe this is something, one of the challenges that a lot of maybe business owners face. The rental actually sucks up a lot of the profits.
Actually not just business owners, even people who rent homes. Rents are just quite crazy these days, I think.
They were very high, just
I mean, a lot of people are complaining the costs are high, it's so expensive, I don't want to buy, but it has to be at a certain amount so that they can afford their rent.
Okay, we have another comment. This one also from Sammy Boy, I think. Silver Fox, reducing rental by right will reduce the hawkers' pricing, but with recent food dips, utility dip, most hawkers have not dropped dropped their prices, that's what he meant. Only that handful reduced pricing. And he goes on to say, I'm afraid to say if rental is reduced, the gain will be to the hawker's benefit and not to the consumer. Why you keep laughing? A majority might not reduce pricing even after rentals has dropped, which was what I was asking our guests just now. I'm sure that's going to be the case for hawkers, right? Like, we haven't seen hawker food prices
They always go up.
Yeah, they never drop.
Right? Sometimes they have promotion price.
Like what? Chicken rice buy 2 get 1 free.
No, like the hawker at my house there, it says promotion price char kway teow from $3 become $2.50.
Yes, but they
give you less, right? No cockles.
Limited period.
Limited period.
Yeah, I guess that's like a gimmick to attract customers, short term.
Alright, maybe going forward, right, how do you guys see yourself tiding through the crisis in terms of running your businesses? I mean, other than the budget help and the cost cutting that you guys have been doing on your own, I mean, would it be hard to navigate through this crisis?
Well, I think even if it's not in a crisis, I think it's always good to manage your expenses and plan properly how you want to expand your business. So,
but what about growing or going forward? I mean, I'm sure you're not going to operate out of home forever.
Maybe, you never know. No, of course not. But I'm definitely looking into renting a place when the business gets more and more. Right. So I'm looking at some JTC. I know JTC, and they actually offer pretty good rental prices as well as rental rebates as well. So I'm looking at that.
So if you get that, are you going to pass it down to your customers?
Well, in the first place, when I set the pricing, I already do that. So, and we have a discussion. I have a discussion with my girlfriend before, and we all both agree that, I mean, obviously, you start a business, you want to earn profits, right? But when you start a business, you also want to cater to the consumer. So as much as we can, we always look at how we can pass on the savings to our consumers. Right? That's what we always commit to do.
But actually now you're not paying any rental. If you start paying rental, then maybe your things will become more expensive.
When you have the rental, right? Obviously, when you have the rental, it means that your volume increase, right? So what we are thinking is that only when the volume increase, right, we can press down the price over at the supplier side, and that will be the only reason why we are getting a place. So obviously, I hope that with a combination of factors, we can pass on the savings to the consumers.
Reene, how to stay afloat?
I think it's actually a good time to set up various departments and put them in place. Yeah. For example, during the good times, we found that like business, it comes on its own. It's kind of business is knocking on your door. So you can. These knocks are lesser now. Yeah. So I think it's important not to like kind of take things for granted. You have to so I think that my objective is to set up a whole promotions department,
so instead of
business
them
development department for
knocking on your door,
for BrandStory. So we've been doing that for clients. We are always looking at promotional ideas for clients and working on clients' account. So now we want to make sure that we do the same for ourselves. We work on that even harder. Yeah.
Why you?
I'm acknowledging.
Okay, maybe Henry can sort of also share with us, being a first-time entrepreneur, right? I mean, we already made the point that it's probably a good time to start something during a crisis. But would you really? What does it take then to be an entrepreneur in these times?
Well, obviously,
because I'm sure a lot of people are thinking. I mean, if I can't get a job after I graduate, maybe I should do something on my own.
Yeah, I think everybody is like always thinking of starting their own business. In good times, bad times, everybody is thinking of starting their own business. Well, for me, I would say that starting this business, it definitely requires a lot of perseverance, right? Because when you start a business in bad times like this, right, you're faced with the prospect of people not as willing to spend, and less people are actually coming to you. So these are real things that you have to deal with, and you have to be prepared that maybe for the next 6 months to 12 months after you start a business, right, you might not be breaking even. And yeah, so that's why I think it's very important to have perseverance, and you have to have a very long-term mindset instead of a very short-term mindset where you just want to make the profits. Right? That's what I feel.
So how your bak chor mee business?
I'll reconsider.
Have you found a recipe?
No, I think all bak chor mee the same.
Sorry, Amanda is very serious about her bak chor mee, but we don't have time to go into her secret recipe and all that anymore. Lastly, I wanted to thank our guests, Reene and Henry, for coming on our show and putting up with our nonsense. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
It's a pleasure.